Hey guys, it's Michelle Pippin with Women Who Wow, the premier mentoring and coaching platform for the seriously driven woman entrepreneur. And I'm here to talk about when you should listen to your own inner voice and when you should tell that whiny little witch to sit down, right? And there's this big debate somehow all of a sudden, actually not all of a sudden, maybe in the past 18 months, 2 years, I started noticing it where flow versus hustle came to be a thing. It's almost like the entrepreneurial version of breastfeeding or formula feeding, right? And all of a sudden that people fall into these two camps, right? So when do you listen to yourself and not push and not be in that evil accomplishment camp, and when do you push and risk pushing yourself too far and all of that? And somehow hustle has been given a bad name, and I kind of find myself in this little scenario, similar to where I find myself in a lot of scenarios, which is in the world between worlds. And so I just wanted to come and talk with you guys about this actual debate. It surprises me that it's a debate because the answer is incredibly obvious, I think, right? You guys tell me if I'm wrong, but we are designed, our very DNA, the way our minds work, the way our emotions work, the way our bodies work, we're designed physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually to get stronger in the push. Yes? Right? Whether your push is yoga or marathon running, whether your push is, writing a book or, I don't know, what's the opposite of writing a book? I don't know, not writing a book. But my point is, we're designed, this is how our bodies, souls, brains, everything were designed to work, to grow stronger in the push. And so when do you push yourself, right? And when do you kind of give in to the flow, right? When do you push yourself and when do you kind of give into that little voice that says, not today, not today. And so I think that the answer, the reason I think it's so obvious is because the answer really is in results, right? The answer is in results. So to me, Melanie McGee is watching this and she knows this firsthand. But one of the things that I absolutely love is this flourless chocolate torte at my all-time favorite restaurant, right? And Chris and I go there at least probably once a week, sometimes twice a week, I guess. And so I usually, although the last couple times I have not craved the chocolate torte, but usually I go out on date nights and I eat this flourless chocolate torte. Chris and I share it. It's luxurious. It's rich. I freaking love it, right? And so I totally give in to the flow. Even when I'm on a diet, even when I'm trying to lose weight, regardless, I'm going to have my flourless chocolate torte. But I can't do that all the time. Does that make sense? At that point, the results are going to tell me, Michelle, you've been too easy on yourself. You've been too lax on yourself. The same with running, right? It's totally fine to give in. And yesterday, I kind of had an emotionally flat day yesterday. I just didn't have it in me. And when it came time to go for my run, I'm I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hang out on the couch for a little bit today, right? And I said, if I feel like it, I'll go to this weight class that Chris and I do on Monday nights. And I'm I'll probably go to the weight class later on. And in the end, I ended up doing neither because I just felt flat. But that's not an everyday occurrence for me. 5-6 days a week, I'm at least running 20, 30, 40 minutes a day, right? Minimum. Sometimes I'll run in the mornings and I'll do a workout class with Chris later on, whether it's at the gym or at home, just for the, being with Chris and because my body could use the extra work. But the key is when to flow and when to hustle. Really, you can look at your results in whatever area, right? So if your inner voice, if what feels right to you on repeat is never getting off the couch or never selling or never promoting or never marketing, your results are going to say, what feels right isn't working, right? And it's funny because I am thinking of this part in the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin where the guy is saying, man, this just doesn't feel right. And his friend says, he's like, what? He's like, you're right. Because what feels right to you doesn't work. And we can have that scenario in our business, in our marriage, in our fitness, in our, in our friendships, in our relationships, in any regard. Like, we can have this scenario where our inner voice is starting to maybe we're I don't want to say your inner voice is misguiding you. I want to say that, we just have to test it against actual results in our life, right? It's totally fine to eat the chocolate torte. It's totally fine to take a day off, a week off, a month off of your running or your fitness or whatever, right? But in the end, when the results start saying, you know what feels hard, that promotion, that marketing, writing that book, what feels hard, the push, the hustle, is exactly what you need right now, because your results are screaming it to you, right? Your results are absolutely screaming, this isn't working anymore. And so for me, I kind of lean towards the fact that we're pretty easy on ourselves these days, right? We kind of, I know I am, like, I give myself an out. I will go to bed with things like undone. I will think, I'll get to it tomorrow, or it's not that important, or nobody knew I was going to do this today, so I'll get to it some other time. And if we do too much of that, then it does start showing up in our life. Period. Plain and simple. It does start showing up in terms of results. All right, guys, I appreciate you being here. Contrary to this live stream, our members are going to be meeting me at 11 a.m. and we're talking about the inner GPS system, actually doing business by that inner voice and listening to your soul and figuring out this blueprint for your success. I apologize. I gotta go because something's happening outside my office door and I'm not sure what it is, but the dogs are going nuts. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see our members at 11 a.m. for our Tuesday training. Talk to you later. Bye.